man and woman. Nation's capital, so we standing tall. It's the city of the Zuma, for Poopa and Muma. Nation's capital, so we standing tall. There is freedom, no segregation. Welcome to the city of my president.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to another episode of your weekly general magazine program, Dateline Abuja, on AIT. I'm Hawa Momo. Well, today we bring you updates from the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, Nilds. The United Nations women, led by a Cameroonian national, and the UN representative to Nigeria, Beatrice Eyong, who paid a courtesy visit to the Director General of the Institute in order to congratulate him on his reappointment as the DG, and also to work towards having a gender-responsive parliament in the country. Let's take a listen.
The United Nations women, led by a Cameroonian national and the UN women representative to Nigeria, Beatrice Eyong, paid a courtesy visit to the Director General, National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, Nilds, to congratulate him on his reappointment and also to inculcate gender equality in the parliament. She stated that this will enable the large population of women in the society to contribute their own quota.
It's an honor for me to be here. The first thing we'll say, Professor, is to congratulate you for your reappointment.
Thank you.
Because for us, we see that it is hard work, dedication, and results orientation. That's why you have this second this reappointment. Nigeria has ratified a lot of conventions, protocols, ratified even the UN's Security Resolution 1325. So Nigeria, in terms of ratification, has ratified. So one of the mission that member state gave us is to make sure that we work with member states to make sure that this normative framework, this legal framework, become a reality within the country. So this is one of the things we do. The second mandate is coordination for gender equality and women's empowerment. And I know some people have a problem with the word gender equality. Some people have a problem with the word equality. The question I always ask, can two human beings really be equal? What we are actually forging is equal opportunities. Allow me go to school. Don't tell me not to go to school because I'm a woman. Because definitely I need knowledge and skills to live in this world. If I don't have the knowledge and skill to live in this world, then obviously I'm going to die sooner, and even the people who are around me are going to die sooner. So equality, let's not look at it the other way, but let's look at it as equal opportunities for all of us to participate within the development of our country. Sustainable development, as I always say, Professor, is a big work that every nation is involved. And so you cannot do that, cannot accomplish that big work with leaving 50% of the people behind. How will you achieve it? You will not achieve it. If you want to achieve it in that way, it will take us 1,000, 2,000 years to be developed. But if we involve all hands on deck, then it will take us shorter time to do our development. Our real purpose here today, not to take a lot of time, is we are looking forward to working with Nilds. Professor, I have read about your biography. I know you were a former minister of not just any ministry, but planning. Yes, which is a very high ministerial post. So you know all these things that I'm talking. If we don't have all our women and our men involved in development planning, development implementation, and even the benefits, then we are not going to have any sustainable development. So we are here to actually say we want to work with Nilds so that we can work towards having a gender-responsive parliament. A gender-responsive parliament is a parliament where men and women are free to put their full potential at the disposal of their country so that we can forge ahead with our development. Because when men and women they sit on the table, men see things differently and women see things differently. So when we put these two ways of looking at things, then we have a complete picture. And we always say, if you're doing something for me, without me, you may be doing it against me. So it is good that women sit at the table.
Still on Nilds, the Director General of the Institute, Professor Abubakar Suleiman, appreciated the UN Women and acknowledged that nothing can be achieved without working together, emphasizing that a society can only be developed through collectivity and collaboration.
The Director General Nilds commended them for the visit and assured the UN women of the cooperation needed to bring about a successful society through collaboration.
We cannot achieve anything as a country or as a global community if we don't work together. And that to me is the essence of United Nations, the Four Sisters. Through collectivity, through collective ventures, collective bargaining, we can develop a society. And again, this falls under the premise that no country is an autarky on itself. No country is self-sustaining. No country can know it all. You have to work with other countries. What you don't have, other countries might have it. Yeah. And that is the essence of having a multilateral organization in Four Sisters. By virtue of my background as a former Minister of National Planning, where multilateral donor agencies domicile, so to speak, and where AIDS grants and other assistance, foreign assistance are domicile, are warehouse, I know the relevance of working with donor agencies. And that was why when I came on board, the first thing I did was to say, look, we used to have 4 departments. Okay. And a training department merged under one department. And I said, look, we need to expand as an institute. We have so many mandates, we have so many objectives, we have so many things to realize. And to get this thing done, we need the partnership of the donor agency, the multilateral organization. And that took me to your office, that took me to UNDP, that took me to Malaysia Embassy, to Chinese Embassy, and some other donor agencies. I practically visited one by one to say, look, we can work together, we can do this together. And one of the donor agencies that are really your multilateral, partner that responded to my plea that time was UN Women. Mm-hmm. And I want to use this opportunity to appreciate your predecessor, Comfort Lampe, who was there with us. Anytime we call upon her, we had any activities, we had any engagements, she was always there. And when you came into, you step into that same shoe, and I want to appreciate you for that.
Thank you.
In other words, our meeting today is just a formality. We key into your agenda, we key into the mandates of UN Women, both the normative framework, mandates, the operational, and the one that has to do with women, which is the gender equality. Perhaps unlike any other man, I don't believe you're asking too much. When I say you, I'm talking of women generally. And that is why, from my own experience there, when I came on board, I don't have, this issue did not have any, yes, my predecessor was a woman, but there was no single woman that said in any department at that time. Wow. And I made it a kind of objective, there must be a woman, if not one or two, to head departments. And immediately I swung into action, got the approval of the Governing Council to ensure that our library is headed by a woman, substantively, and since that time, the new Department of Training and International Cooperation has been headed by a woman rather. Even when the first woman left I replaced another woman.
Wow.
So that is our commitment to the issue of gender equality, because I believe there's nothing a man can do that a woman cannot do better. The last time in Senate we had 9 women in Senate.
Yeah.
Going by the outcome of this election now, we have just 3 or 4 women. In House of Rep, the same story. State Assembly, the same story. We were so disturbed here at the Institute that immediately after the election, I summoned 9 female staff here to see what's the problem.
Okay.
When I called them, I want to see you. They didn't know what I was calling them for. But they said, why are we all women? I said, yes, you have a problem in this country. The election has been conducted, which means that all our efforts, the workshop we conducted with women has not yielded any results. Why are we having just 4 senators in the Senate?
Yes, yes.
Why are we having just less than 20 female in House of Rep? Something must be wrong somewhere. So the task was that given them to conduct a study. And that's why I want to make my own request too.
In appreciation of the visit and symbolizing partnership and friendship, the Director General Nilds distributed souvenirs to the UN women and entourage.
We stop the picture yourself, souvenirs, I think the job will benefit to you as in office. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.